There we go. I got the audio going on YouTube here. All right, so we got 60 seconds until the market opens. We got a lot of red action here. 379.00 on SPY. If you notice, that is a strong level, S1. And we'll see where things go. We'll see where things go. The link to the watch list should be... Oh, I'm talking about the watch list. Yeah, I've got a few seconds here. Copy link. Right there. Watching Bookmap. Right now, they haven't put any liquidity on there, so watch how this thing adjusts. It's pretty light at the moment. We'll see where things go. All right. Highly anticipated day. We got 15 seconds. Let's do this. Be smart, trade smart, and please utilize good position sizes. No matter what we think, the VIX is still very high, which can lead to you getting smoked in the face. I'm going to be looking at June 13th positions here. I've got 30. Oh, not even a second. I'm going to do 3,700 puts. Or let's see, way on down. And let's see where this thing is going to go. Green candle out of the gate, 3,800 right there. And let's do that. I need to adjust. Things have moved so drastically. And I'm going to do 3,790 puts right now. And let's take a look here to start the day off. June 13th, 3,790. We got some green up to S2. Let's take a look at the book map. Still no liquidity is being put on. So nothing at right now. Take a look at the NASDAQ. They got a little bit at 11,550. And let's take a look. Let's take a look. Positions right here. Wow. Wow, these premiums on the puts are 72 bucks, which is over 700% gain on these things right now. Looking beautiful. Love to see it. I'm going to keep holding. So SPX June 13th contracts, currently looking at 37.90 on the puts. Big green candle out of the gate right to S1, and let's let this thing shake out. 38.50's got a little bit here, but everything else is still pretty tight. Still pretty tight. Yeah, buddy. Look at that nice, large green candle. 11,550. We've got a little green up to S1. Pumping out of the gate. Trying to figure out where we're going to go. All right. No positions just yet. Right to the 50 simple moving average. Right to VWAP. We've got 38.20. And then coming on down. All right, VIX is coming down 32.44. Even NEO's red today. Nice, nice. Okay, I'll take it. And we got up to S1. Letting this thing shake out. I'm not interested in playing calls here. I'm going to let this market shake out and see where things go from there. Taking a look at ES. ES came up to the 52-week lows, back to the 50 simple moving average. Big green candle to start the day off. Watching the bonds, they have dropped to 111, under 112, as they've dropped down to 2014 levels. 10-year yields are absolutely just skyrocketing at the moment. Skyrocketing. Crazy stuff. All right. First candle of the day is holding right here. And we're just waiting. We're right through S1 at the moment. Coming up to R1 a little bit. We've got the book map still positioned right here at 38.20. And I've currently got the 37.90 puts up and ready. Those are June 13th, 37.90 puts. Once we do start to fail, I'll be watching for an entry there. Right to 38.20. 37.75 is the largest level we have besides the one that's currently at 38.20. Still, they're starting to build 3,800 and they're starting to build 37.95 and not really much else above. Let's see, right up to R1. Watch R1. That's the SPY pre-market high, but the ES has got right here. 38.20 is the immediate high right there, but there's so much here. Could pick any one of these, but right there is what I'm looking at. All right, little top wick off of R1. Nicely, Rat. Well done, well done. So we'll see how this plays out. So fizzling out right here. Let's take a look at the other sectors. I want to look at XLK, XLV, XLF. XLF is starting to get a little green here, a little rotation. We'll see how that deals at. XLY is red, C. So a little mixed bag, red and green right there. To start the day off. ES with a top wick, right back up to that 38.19 level. Still just hanging out. Red candle on the NASDAQ. Oh, thanks, Christine. I'm glad you like that. Hey, let me know if you have any questions about that, too. All right, red candles here, right there. And I'm testing the first put entry here on the SPX 3790s on this failure. We'll see right off the failure of that R1 top wick. I want to see how this acts. If we get this failure off that flush and we flush after this green candle, this could start a little lower, and I'm willing to put on that risk here to see if it comes off here. So, but be very careful at this particular juncture. I'm just going to put on a risk a little early and see if we can come down and fill the bottom of this candle. Nice, 400% first 400% Friday day trade. Nicely done, BJ. Good stuff. All right, so we're just hanging out here, just hanging out. Rejected off the top of that. It rejected off the top of that the range on ES. The bookmap's got a little bit of liquidity posted lower, not really much of anything higher. So I'm looking to see if we can downfill to 3800, 37.95. There's a second red candle. Seeing if we can come down a little bit more. A little bit more. NASDAQ still holding us up. What's NASDAQ's posting on the liquidity? 30, not really much of anything. Ooh, going higher on NASDAQ. I don't like that. Yeah, and we definitely could squeeze a little higher here. That's why I'm being very cautious with this position. In fact, right now I'm just back to break even on these puts here. So I'll let them breathe a little bit right here just to see if we can fluctuate. Watching the NASDAQ here closely, but all the liquidity is still posted lower. However, with this much bearishness in pre-market, we could have a little bit of green here in the morning. That's what I'm looking at. Still holding the long-term puts, 3750s. I intend to hold those today and tomorrow to get some downside. And if we do have some crazy buy-up today, I will definitely sell those positions. Just not because I don't want to give back too much of those. It's a fantastic win to start the week off. Those are up. I mean, what are the premiums right now? I'm going to switch over. Those are $70 right now, so they're a little at $68 now, so just a shade under 700% at the moment. But I'm not going to put on longer puts at the moment. Right now, I'm just going to play the zeros, see if we can get some downside here under R1 back down to the bottom of the range. I'm not going to put on some longer dated puts unless I see things starting to really rotate and sell off again. So, yeah, the NEO's up nice, considering where it was last week. Yeah. So another rejection off R1. Yeah, and just like I said in that pre-market analysis, with the VIX over 30 like this, expect large, aggressive moves. So no matter what your conviction is, no matter what your bias is, no matter what things look like, please, you have to put in risk mitigation measures. Place stops, small position sizes, take profits, scale out, all that kind of stuff. Everything that we've learned in the past 6 months or so playing this aggressive market, you've got to really implement on today because the VIX is back over 32. If it does spike to 40, trust me, y'all are going to see insane price action if this spikes to 40. The premiums are going to be jacked. The volatility is going to be insane. The price action is going to be nuts. And I promise you, you do not want to get caught on the wrong side of a move without risk mitigation. So, yeah, XLE's up. Yeah, or down. The puts are up. XLE is down. All right, so we get another top wick off of R1. A little bit of downfill here on the red candle, and let's see how far we could fall on this little red. Looking for this thing. Watching the NASDAQ. Let's see if the NASDAQ can fill or if this is just another come back up for another test of R1. Right back to S1. My short-term target, if we were to start heading down, my short-term target would be 37.75. 3,800, obviously, we need to take a look at, but 37.75 is something we really need to watch as well. So, all right, so we had a little green coming out of the gate, a couple of top wicks. We now have some red coming back down through S1, approaching the bottom of this range here. Let's see how far we can get on these things. Already up 15% on these. On this position, I was down. I think 13% is the furthest I was down on those. Now they're up 20%, now 22%, and I'm already looking to scale out. With this aggressive action, scale out and leave runners. Pay for the trade and leave runners, especially with a lot of volatility today. One candle and these profits can be gone. But all right, so we came down, tested the day's lows. Let's see if we can put in a new low. 596%, nicely done. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. VIX is back up to 33, it's 32.95 right there. I'm up 21%, now 23%. New low of the day. Nope, I jumped the gun. SPY is 379.84. I think technically they did put a new low of the day. Watching the VIX here. 37.90 is the next level down, and then we've got 37.75. So things are looking down. 37.90s are up 36%. I'm going to go ahead and take pay for some of this trade because I don't trust a lot of this market. I'm up 42% on these, and I'm going to take some runners here. All right, closed out some of the positions there as a runner. Right there, I got a fill at $26.10. I believe that's roughly 37%. So we'll see how this goes after that little bottom wick. Day trades. Close some at 26.10. Nope, not 16.10. 26.10. There. All right, let's see how this down candle fills here. We still have liquidity lower. I'm looking for lower. I've got $75 on the swing puts. I would love to see $100, obviously. I think everybody would. Anybody still holding that 37.50 other than me? I know a lot of people are talking about it in pre-market. I'm scared somebody hold me. All right. Nice. Man, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. In terms of execution, the VIX calls that I took, which I didn't call out because those were very aggressive, the VIX calls I took last week and the 37.50 puts, which I did call out live, those in terms of execution, I think I'm most proud of those. That might be one of top 3 trades for me, just because of the chart execution, the conviction I had, and the execution that I had in managing that position. I think is probably one of my favorite plays I've ever taken. So I'm glad you all are to experience that with me. Nice, America. Awesome stuff. New low of the day on SPY, still falling. Let's see how far we can get this baby. 379.29. We're coming up on S2 after already breaching S1 after rejecting R1. I'm up 43% on these trades. Let's see how far we can get this thing. 37.96, maybe 37.75, and coming on down. I might take some more runners here. I don't know. I don't like these wicks. Come on, John Wick. Like that crap. You see that crap right there? See that crap right there? Neo puts are 100% nice, blah, blah, blah. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, big green back to S1. That's the volatility of the day right there. Look at that. We're still in the midst of the volatility for the day. I'm up 11% on these now. Let's see how we act on S1. I'll close the rest of the position there if we go any higher than this right here. Nice, 40%. Nice chip. Well done. Big green off of just new lows of the day, right back to S1, significant level, which is right about 52-week lows. I'm already in puts, Woods. No buying power today. Oof. Just made 320% profit for my puts. Nice, pew. Yeah, we're still holding the swing puts. I'm still holding the remainder of this 37.90 I entered this morning, but I'm about to exit, it looks like, after this big response by the buyers here. We'll see. I don't know if that's profit taking, short covering. We'll see how they respond over S1. Coming down, they still have this 37.75 level. They still have this 37.90 level. Coming on down. I'm glad you like it, America. It's good stuff. Let's keep it rolling. Today's going to be, this whole week, it should be a good week to put on some good risk and make some good money as long as you are managing things smartly. So there's going to be some large fluctuations in price, and you have to remember holy crap, this thing's still going. Hold on a second. Looks like I'm going to break even on these things, on the remainder, which is fine. Majority of the play is already out and paid for. And big green right through S1. What if today becomes a range day? It could. It could. I mean, especially after what they did Friday afternoon. It's very possible. Man, what a response. So that is huge for the bulls right there. After a huge sell-off, after they popped it off their R1 and we took it down to new lows, and the bulls responding like this, although there's no volume here, it's very light volume, that was big for them to do that. So we'll see how they respond today. It could be a very large range day. It could be a range day in a very large upper and lower bounds. No, I don't expect a short squeeze today. They might have some short covering. We might have some relief bounce, but I don't anticipate a short covering because of the nature of the market. The current sentiment of the market, the nature of the conditions are very, very heavy today because the whole market is selling off. This is not just one sector. It's not like financials are very heavy, but tech is rocketing. The entire market is absolutely selling off. And when that happens, the sellers are in control, and it's up to the buyers to defend until they give out, and then the sellers take us lower. So I don't expect short covering today. I think the short covering could happen tomorrow potentially. I still don't think it's going to happen, but could happen tomorrow. Now the thing is that we've got FOMC on Wednesday, and we've got OPEX on Friday. And now the Friday, there's a ton of delta expiring on Friday. There's a crap ton. So I expect incredible price action on Friday. And I don't know. In fact, I probably think it would be green on Friday because after this big downside, all the puts will expire and will rally us on Friday. But that's just a guess. Either way, up or down, it'll be incredible price action going into Friday. So thanks, Mr. Ted. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll take a look. I don't check the DM, the Instagram DMs often, but I'll take a look after I'm done trading here. So, all right. So another rejection here at S1. Aggressive action. The volume's starting to trickle off there. Watch this candle right here. See where we do. The liquidity is still very, very light on ES here. NASDAQ is still pretty much non-existent at the moment in terms of that. NEO's still very weak. Yeah, NEO's doing very well. I'm still negative on the position, but hey, it's not as much negative as it was a couple of days ago. $73 on the swing puts. Yeah, XLE. Getting destroyed down to 84. VIX is 32.99. Watch out for this 33.90 level. If we come up there, it might have a little rejection there, but still, the bonds are down and staying down. Not a lot of movement there. Yields are 3.2, incredibly high, and absolutely roasting. And there's another red candle on ES to break under 3,800 again. If you see, this is the 52-week lows level, that 3807.50. we are pinned to it. We've been pinned to it since 4:15 Eastern time. We came down and we fell down to it, and we've been oscillating right around it since 4:15 Eastern time. Let's see if we can separate from that level and start attacking the first major support I've got, which is 37.82, coming on down. Swing puts up 138%. Nice. Am I long China? I'm not long anything at the moment. All right, so hanging out right here. Would you suggest swinging options in this environment? I mean, I'm swinging options at the moment just because I had a high conviction we're going down. So yeah. All right, so another rejection. Top wick. That's top wick, top wick, top wick off of S1. Trickling on down here. The buyers are still here. We're just pretty much chopping. This is the main area we need to look for. In fact, I need to see the separation to the downside, hold, close below this level, and right here is the really big level here. I need to see this level taken out and close below it, and then start trickling down to 37.82 to really get some downward mobility. So, yeah, new lows on everything. New lows on everything. I don't understand a single thing on the screen. How do I get started to understand all of this? Come hang out in the Discord. You know, it's a great educational Discord. Yes, I do call out plays, but that's not the intent of the server. The intent of the server is to learn, to figure out how to do this so you can do this yourself. So come join us in the server. The link to the Discord is down in the description of the video, the Discord link, and that should bring us there. And of course, you could DM me anytime there. So still hanging out right here under S1. We need to make a move. Right here. Bookmap, they've got a level at 38.10, but that's about it. And then a little bit at 37.75, still can't move away from the 52-week low area. The 52-week low area, expect that level to continue to be pretty heavily defended. We can already see there, it's been defended for 5.5 hours now. So we really need some volume and some conviction to get away from that 52-week low. And then once that does break, we may start to get some action away from that, but that is the main level, and we are currently pinned to it right now, plus or minus a couple of points. No, I'm still holding the 0 DTE. I'm up 8% on them now. So I closed the runners. I mean, I'm closed the initial position, but the runners I'm still holding for a move down here. We keep top wicking. We keep rejecting the S1. We rejected R1. Now we're rejecting S1, and we're moving on down and coming on down. Did I set a stop for him? I don't have a stop now. I almost had a stop on there, but I didn't set it. Right now, I've got the order form open, and I'm manually managing the position at the moment. Yes, I'm currently trading. If I do trade futures, it'll be on September contracts, no longer June. So just FYI for futures players. Yeah, VIX is red, 32.60, coming on down. I may close out a few more runners here and just leave one or two left with the VIX moving like that. All the green candle on the VIX, rejection off S1, looking pretty decent. It's possible. It's possible they chop us. They did it on Friday. I didn't expect it. I told y'all, like, the last thing in the world I would expect it on CPI day is chop. And we traded, except for one big candle, we chopped all day long. Like if it wasn't for that one big red candle in the morning time, we would have pretty much chopped around the open the entire day except for the end. So, all right. So we're hanging out. We're hanging out. That's all we're doing. 3% on NASDAQ, 2.6% down on the ES. We keep rejecting S1, and yeah. Looking for a move, looking for a move. Let's take a look around the other things. I don't want to sit here and just stagnate right here. XLF, hanging out right there. So XLF is starting to turn a little red on the round over there. So watch that. I'm going to set a 3180 alarm, and I'll set one above it too. Let's do 3187 to the top side. But XLF is starting to kind of trickle down here. So watch that. XLV, in fact, that's kind of what's holding up SPY with that little pop. XLK is dead flat. XLV is starting to drop just a touch. XLC is coming off. XLI is coming off. And XLP is starting to climb, the consumers. But right there. Not wanting to move. So I switched the book map over to the September contracts as well, but I'm curious, and I deleted the Junes. I'm curious if the June contracts have more liquidity, because this is like there's nothing. In fact, they did remove. They had a level at 38.20. They removed that. They do have. Oh, they put on 37.90. So what's 37.90 liquidity? All still very light though. All still very light. But look at the volume, just like systematically downward trending drop on the volume all the way down. 37.90s here. We got 38.10s, and we're just kind of hanging out. How long do I hold runners for? I hold runners until the price action tells me to get out. So I try to let the price action of my analysis dictate when to close those runners. If we bounce one more time here, I'll probably go ahead and close a position and look for a new entry on a different one. So the VIX is held the green here. I saw that red. The VIX held the green. I'm seeing this little liquidity here. We do have this one up above, so I don't want us to come back over S1 at the moment. We do have some top wicks here. The volume is not really here at the moment. A lot of top wicks. There's a little green there. Big green on the NASDAQ, climbing back up. What is the downtrended volume telling us? Well, you got this is common around this time to have the drop off in volume, because we get the big spike in the opening volume, and then we kind of just trickle off into the day volume. With this volume here, it's kind of just dropping off and off and off and off. It's telling me that this could potentially be a light action morning. Maybe some chop session going into the morning before, maybe remove this afternoon. We could just kind of repeat the action that we had on Friday, where we had a lot of chop and then the big move. But big red candle on the VIX there. Not looking good there. Not looking good. So XLF went back up. So they were starting to round over there. Now XLF is starting to go back up. Red candle just holding on S1. Talking, setting off Google Assistant. Hanging out right there. Things do look like they're going to start trickling up here in a second. So just got to be careful. I am still looking to buy into 3,500. Yeah, I want to see what happens today, though. Obviously, we had a very, very negative pre-market. I want to see what happens in today's trading session, or at least in the morning, before I start putting on more risk to the downside. Definitely, we have FOMC on Wednesday, which is going to be a high volatile event. We've got OPEX on Friday. So this week will definitely provide some crazy price action. Loud noises. And now we're just barcoding. Back and forth, we're flipping. Buyers and sellers are just kind of swapping licks here. 37.72 is down. You got 37.90, which is building. And we're kind of just pinging just under S1 and 52-week lows here. Yeah, the market's pricing in at 75 for sure. They definitely that's what's happening here. If the JPOW comes out and says we'll never hike 75.50, then we'll probably have some nice green action after FOMC. So a lot of bottom wicks here. So it went from top wicks, now the bottom wicks on the upwards trajectory here, just under S1. NASDAQ is 11,531, 5.2, green candle on the VIX, and we're just chopping. No high conviction plays. If I wasn't already in a play, I probably wouldn't take a play at the moment just because this is pretty much chop. I want to see this thing pick a direction and go. Yeah, NEO's doing very well at the moment in terms of our puts. All right, there's a little red. Are we going to move or no? Yeah, I'm currently on the 3-minute chart. 3-minute chart. If I can just get 2 red candles in a row here, I could get a good exit on these positions, but I can't even get that. It says red, green, red, green. That was actually pretty good. I had 11%. Couldn't get out. At what price? I would assume you meant price. At what price would you say the risk is to the upside because we have dropped so much? I mean, even at this price, there's a chance we could bounce back up a little bit because we had such a negative 2 days. But in terms of the risk being to the upside, the risk is still not to the upside. So I still think the risk is to the downside here. So that all depends on FOMC. FOMC could change that. And I had this talk with the Tier 2 last night, is that, look at that candle. So Tier 2 last night, we talked about my plays on Wednesday will be determined by the price action today and tomorrow. If we get some crazy sell-off today and tomorrow, going down, then I will be a little bit more lenient or a little bit more weary to play downside positions going into Wednesday because right now we are pricing in a 75 hike, and that'll pretty much be quote-unquote expected data on Wednesday if we continue to sell off. If we go flat or even green tomorrow, then the downside will be even greater if they do hike 75. Price action starting to get a little erratic right there. That was a big green, and there's wick down. Yeah, that did feel like a stop out. We'll see what happens. Right back off of S1 again. S1 is still playing true. Let's see where they take this candle. Just watching this one. All right. Dead flat so far on the price action. Repeat of Friday. Yep. Nice little top wick there. Where's this thing going? What's it going to do with it? Can they flip it red? They did flip it red. Now where are they going to go with it now? Are they going to put in a new low of the day and take us lower? Is this going to be the old shakeout of the buyers? 20% on the puts. I want to see VIX 35. I want to see VIX 45. I want to see VIX 45. All right, so a little bit of an influx of sellers volume. You see this big uptick in sellers volume on that candle, so that is a bearish candle. We had an uptick in sellers volume. We had a green that was flipped red, little big old heavy long upper shadow, which is a very bearish setup here. Now we need a continuation. So I've got the volume, I've got the price action. Now I need continuation to really get conviction to the downside, and we don't get it. Big green candle. So the three things that I needed right there to really get conviction on downside didn't get because they're got follow-up green candle. More choppy stuff. Unless this one closes big time red. We'll see. Candle's not closed yet. What can we take away from European markets right now? I mean, the whole market's kind of feeling the weight of the U.S. markets at the moment. So XLF is the only one at the moment that's up. XLK is the second most, and it's even just flat. XLF is the only one that's up on the daily on the session. So if that gives out and joins everything else and kind of comes on down here, sayonara. It's see you later. 31.90. So there's another top wick, red, trying to go for the day's lows again. NASDAQ is holding us up there right there. I'm up 19% on these puts, now 20%. I might go ahead and just close this now. I know I've said that like 15 times, but that's the nature of the beast when you're playing chop. Yeah, XLF is a good one to pay attention to. Good one to pay attention to. So we've got 37.70. Let's take a look way down. Very, very light liquidity. Very bright. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? For some reason, I need to check something. Huh, it's not even having it on anymore. Okay. So Bookmap's not even having the Junes on there. So, all right, big green candle, and back to break even. Yeah, I had to. Yes, I'm on there, but it's not. It didn't show up. Oh, did I transpose those? Let's take a look. Oh, there we go. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing liquidity on these things. So XLF continues to hold up the markets. Big spike on the XLF, brought everything back up. I went from plus 22 to down 4, which is okay. I'm still within my tolerances. I need XLF to really dump. I need XLF to come down and dump to bring everything else down. Bookmap. Yeah, so Bookmap's got a little bit more on the June contracts, so I'm going to hang out there for a little bit and watch them. 38.05 is the first liquidity still there. They've got 37.97 and then 37.75 and 37.65, and of course they're building this 37.50 level down to the bottom. How about above? Not really anything. I mean, even on the June stuff, there's nothing above us. All this stuff is extremely light. Nothing to shake a stick at. Same thing with the September contracts. And yet another rejection of S1. Yep, so right now, same exact strategy as Friday. They're going to chop us and then probably move us later on in the day and get everybody chopped up. So, yeah. XLE's got an 84.40 target coming on down there. 38.05. Yes, you can use Bookmap for individual stocks. In fact, I do so. That's why if you see here, I've got Tesla, I've got Apple, I've got Amazon, all at the top here. I want to monitor the big dogs in the market too, so they can move the markets. What are the chances we get a 75 raise? I don't know how he cannot. I mean, I don't know if he's going to do it or not. I don't know how he cannot at least address it, because inflation is out of control. 8.6%, and it's much higher than even what they're saying. 8 points. I mean, obviously we all know it's much higher than 8.6, but I don't know how we can at least not address it. So another wick off of S1, still hanging out. $37.95 is down below us. Chris, if you're on the Discord, shoot me a DM if you could, and I'll see if we can set you up. Yeah, last week it helped me realize what it means to wait for the right setup. Absolutely. So I took a straddle late on Friday, and I lost about 20% of it because I was expecting big move. I didn't see the setup that I wanted, but I was expecting big moves, and it just goes to show you when you trade off expectations what can happen. We chopped, and I lost 20%, and then after I closed it, I would have been profitable on it. Just rejoined. Hey, what's up? What's up, KPA? Glad to have you back if you left, insinuating that you left. So another rejection off S1. That is now like 10 rejections off S1 after 2 rejections off R1. And just pinned. We're pinned. So 37,978. Yeah, they're going to defend these 52-week lows big time, and that's what you're seeing here. 52-week lows. They are pinning to it like it's nobody's business right here. So we need to extend away from that to start eating up through this demand and to let the sellers kick in and start dropping us. But right now, well, here we go. Here's another test of the day's lows. Let's see if this one holds. I doubt it. But we need to start extending away from 52-week lows to have the real sellers come in. New low of the day right there. Interesting. All right. Let's let this thing eat. Maybe. I don't know. Going to take a blessing, walk away with 1% on the day. Nice, Randall. Awesome stuff. Is XLF finally rolling over? Sweet. All right, so we got some red off S1. Finally, new low of the day. On the NASDAQ, new low. Let's see if the NASDAQ can puncture new lows for the pre-market right there. I got 32%. Look how much theta just destroyed that position. It was up like 42% or something like that. So, yeah. 378.74 right there. I might take some more runners here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close 2 more contracts and let the last 2 do its thing. And that'll be that. All right, 2, modify. Currently trading for $25 off of S2. 37.82 at the moment. All right, another breakdown on S2. Let's see. I want to monitor the X's. XLF has a long way to fall if that continues to fall. XLC, haven't closed the position yet. Everything is starting to dump a little bit, so maybe that was the buyer's little defense, and that's failed. Let's watch what happens. I'm definitely setting a stop on these positions no matter what. So that's what I'll do here. I know I'm all over the place this morning. I know. I've had too much coffee. I'm going to set a stop at like 23, 24. $4.29%. Nice, Damien. That is awesome, awesome stuff. Any advice? I entered a put on this red candle with a top wick, then immediately stopped out on that green candle. Did I do anything wrong? I assume you did. You said you did a 0 DD position. Which part of that red candle did you enter? I guess it depends on which part of that candle. If it's at the very bottom of that candle, okay, so you entered at the bottom, near the bottom of that candle. That it appears to me, it looked like a chase. It looked like just not knowing everything else, entering at the bottom of that candle looked like a chase. With a lighter volume, that's the issue. That's the problem, because you want to see a little continue. We did have a little spike in volume. I can't even talk. A spike in volume there, but it's just that it's a choppy environment. it's a choppy environment. You know, I said that if I wasn't in a trade, I wasn't going to enter one there because it was a little choppy. But it's just one of those things that's unfortunate. With the increase in volume there, I don't think it's a terrible entry, but it's just one of those things that are reversed. Hey, when trading a downtrend during a hour-long move, would you add more contracts to your current strike? Yes. I would rather trade into strength than trade than dollar cost average into weakness. I've got $77 on the swing puts. Took my second 20% scalp this evening. Nicely done. Nice kill. Awesome stuff. All right, so under S2, we got the book map. Pretty much cleared out everything here. We've got 37.78 and we got 37.75. Yeah, sorry about that, lost cause. Premiums are currently trading for $27. I've got 49.2% profit on these. And coming on down, 378.30. Where do I think Tesla end up? Who knows, man? 200? I mean, I don't even know. All right, a little extension off S2 coming on down. 37.75. 378.11. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, as long as XLF keeps pointing down, it'll bring the S&P down with it. So let's see if we could touch S3. That may put us about 100% if we could touch S3. So, which would be a nice little play stacked on top of the 37.50 puts. That'd be beautiful. Beautiful. I'm looking for $100. $100 will put me at a six-figure trade. So I need $100 on these 37.50s. I need it. Under S2 red candle, we got 11.454 on ES on the NASDAQ and 37.75. Let's go. Turn on them algos. Any difference between the Patreon and website content? Not yet, but yes, there will be. There will be additional content on the website that Patreon won't be able to have just because there's no way for me to logistically offer that to the Patreoners. So just a little incentive to cross over onto the website once that gets up and running. Don't trade your P&L. You're absolutely right. Nice, Mitchell. Your first five-figure trade. That's a great feeling, isn't it? What would have been your entry if we didn't get in when you did? Honestly, I probably wouldn't have. I would have waited for the breakdown of the day's lows at 37.921 if that was the case. So I'm up 66% on these. Let's go. Watch for 37.75. That's liquidity. And then we got 37.72, but they're starting to build this ladder. All still relatively light. All still relatively light. Nice, jukebox. Would I enter more here? If we take out 37.75, I'll look at entering more. Yeah. That was that put I took right at the open. That was a conviction trade. My conviction was still very much down. This wasn't the typical like 30 or 40 point negative pre-market where we have a buy up and the buyers come in and sell it and buy it up real quick. This is not the normal market environment. This is where kind of experience comes into play. When you've got that big of a sell-off where it's a market-wide complete destruction, 100 points down, you're not going to get a crazy bull buy-up because the buyers aren't going to buy that. You have to realize market value. And if everything is selling off, the bonds, the market, the tech, the financials, everything, you're not going to have some crazy buy-up right at open, not at 100 points. So you might have a little bit of green, but you're not going to have a 40, 50, 60 point buy-up. Not at least today, maybe tomorrow. So, yeah. There's 377.41 coming down to S3. I'm at 81% on these puts, trying to go for a new 100%. New lows on Bitcoin. All liquidity was pulled at 37.75. Now we're going for 37.70. And we're coming down to 37.65. Yeah, I'll put it in. I was trying to go for speed, so 377.33 on S3 plus. I got 82%, 83%. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So I don't see any liquidity above and below, so I'm still going to hold these things. I'm looking for 37.65 now. 37.65 would probably roughly S3, give or take. Yeah. $100 profits. Nice, Dallin. All right. Why do I play SPX versus SPY? Good question. I've got a video on it. All right, so watch out here. 37.72, 37.70. They're put on again. Watching the Nasdaq, and I'm going back to watching the June contracts, or the June contracts, because the September doesn't have much on it. So I'm watching June here for a little more liquidity. Monitor liquidity. And then the Nasdaq here as well. $12 out the gate. Nice. Well done, RC. Yeah, so I play SPX versus SPY because there's a whole bunch of different reasons. There you go. CureBot. Thank you. Watch that video. I got asked that question so often I made a YouTube video on it. So pretty much all liquidity's gone. I don't really see much of anything. 37.50's on down here. That would be our shorts. That would be our long put strike here. Our swing put 37.50s. My day trades are in the money by 20 points, so that's good. Let's see if we can get some continuation downward. That would be a bull hammer, but we didn't have any volume. There's no volume on it. So if I see a bullish hammer like that on price action, and then I get the volume that I don't, then I get the seller's volume negated. Remember, there's 3 parts. There's 3 rules to looking for a setup. Price action is king. Price action's first. Secondly, volume. Thirdly, continuation. So we had the price action, but we did not have the volume, and to be determined whether or not we get the continuation. So for me, this is more of a bearish setup because the bears came in and negated that bullish candle. And that's part of the experience play. The more you do this, the quicker that 3-point checklist becomes. The second I see it, my eyes immediately go to volume. The second I see a hammer candle, I immediately go to volume. That's just, it's like second nature to me. So I see candle, volume. After that, I'm looking for continuation. And the longer you do this, the more habitual that comes. Habitual line stepper. Y'all remember that skit? All right, so Nasdaq's about to put in another low. SPY's falling behind. They just put on 37.70. Charlie Murphy. Hey, what's up, Alex? I haven't seen you today. Love it. Do you ever exit because data is just eating away? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If I don't see active price action, I'm looking for an exit. I'm looking for an exit. All right, Nasdaq just put in a new low. SPY's lagging. Watch the Nasdaq. VIX is about to put in a new high. So watch this level here on the VIX. We've already rejected twice. Obviously, the VIX doesn't do rejections like price action, but it still pivots that you want to take a look at. Something you want to be aware of. I would love to see S3 taken out. S3 would be critical, and then we could start going in the money. Now, once these positions, these swing positions go in the money, they start going exponential. The premiums start going exponential. So if we can break down into 37.50, which would put our swing positions in the money, and then we can get some more continuation through that, you'll watch the premiums freaking skyrocket. So that's what I'm really looking for. If we could break down through S3, let's do it. VIX just went up again, so new high on the VIX, 33 to 38, and still extending. It's still extending. I'm on the 3-minute chart right now. I got 86% on these puts. I've got $85 on the swing puts, which was almost 85%. What's the best way to chase this action? On a downward trend like this, you can either wait to enter at the 8 EMA, or if we're not quite getting there, wait till we have a candle, enter at the top of the candle, and then put on stops. Sometimes you're not going to be able to, you're going to have to sit through some red. If your overall conviction is downtrending, then you're going to have to sit through some red. I sat through some red. I was down like 14% on that play at one point. That's now up 86%. So you're going to have to sit through some red. As long as the price action is not blasting you out of the park, you're good to go. So, all right, here's a test of S3. Coming down 377.05. I've got 37.67 and dropping. And dropping 377.01. First test of S3, VIX is still 33.43. Volume is still sustaining the sellers, and we've got 37.65 right here. Are we going to touch S5 today? I don't know. With this price action, it kind of looks like it. Yep, 821.34. 821.34. America. I'm sorry, I can't say America. I have to say America. So it's like law. All right, so we're holding S3 at the moment. How strong is S3? It's pretty strong. It is a plus sign. It's a very strong level. So be aware. That's why I put a plus sign there. It does kind of correlate to this level here that they are put on. They just put a lot more on at 37.65. So be aware. If we take out S3, we may be in store for a additional sell-off. Now be aware. ES is down 3.3. Nasdaq is down 3.8. If we want to hit that, and my question in my mind, I'm starting to think. I mean, we're only an hour in, and we're down 3.5%. Is today the day we get the circuit breaker? I don't know. This is prime pickings for it because we're already down 3% in pre-market. So if we're going to do it, this is the prime setup. You have the 3% sell-off in pre-market, and then a 4% sell-off during the day, 7% close the markets, and then we go to the bank. All right, so here's the first real test of S3. There's a touch, and VIX is exponential, 33.51, climbing, and a bounce right off of it. Hey, thanks, Cairo. You're absolutely right. And down to the penny, a bounce off S3. And VIX is freaking skyrocketing. No. The Asian markets usually are a little bit more volatile. They put on, when they sell off, they usually put on a lot more downside than we do. Case in point, last time, like back in the couple of months ago, they were down like 7-8%, and it didn't really affect us all that much. In fact, we had a green day one time when they were down like 9%. So, yeah. All right, there's a bounce right off S3 to the penny. To the penny. Yeah. So here's your chance to get out of some Neo. Everyone's asking me 87,000 times. Where's Options 100 there? Where's that guy? That dude asked me like 87 times. Are you still in Neo puts? Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance. Jabroni. All right, so there's a bounce right off S3. Let's see if we can get that to break. And we got 37.65. What's this? Oh. Okay. Nice, Jeff. 100% on Tesla. 500% on SPY. Well done. Well done. Still holding S3. I've got 88% on the puts. I've got 85 bucks on the 3750s. Van. Yeah. Have I ever seen a 7% down day before? I saw it in Corona. I wasn't really actively trading in Corona, but I saw it. I wish I had the discipline to hold as long as you. Well, you know, you got on a day like today, man. This is the day where you want to hit it. This is the day where you want to really skin that cat. We have to fight through the chop. We have to fight through the boring stuff. For a day like today is when we really just bring it home. So I'm putting on some risk and I'm letting it eat. I'm going to make this market tell me to get out of that trade. And that's how you get that 100%er. So bought a June 13th put for 231 and now it's 778. Nice. See Texas. TLT is down to the 110s. Love it. Love it. People were asking me this morning, am I going to go long calls on TLT? Negative. When everything starts selling off, including the bonds, this is not the chance. This is not the opportunity to start looking for a bounce play. Not yet. So you got to wait for things to sell off. You'll know when it's time. You'll know when it's time. And if not, I'll tell you. Do I have a link for the book map? Yes, I do. Let me get that for you. There you go. Follow that link. That's my affiliate link on Bookmap. And in fact, if you are new to the trading community, I'll post that as well. Head over there, sign up. It's good stuff. It'll change the way you trade for the better. Yes, absolutely, Tiger. Potentially, Trader J. Potentially. There's another bounce off S3. 37.65 appears to be the short-term target. That's the largest level of liquidity by far. And they're starting to build 37.60s. But firstly, I need 37.65. I finally broke down and ordered my new screen. For those who didn't catch that I was talking about a pre-market. So I'm excited. I'm going to have a nice trading setup. I need it though. When you're doing streams and Discords and YouTubes and all this crap, like you need a lot of screen space for the multitasking. Talking about his plasma TV, yeah. Stack 249ers are nice. All right, so there's a new low of the day through S3 finally breaking down. Where are we going to go? Come on. Have you ever seen a 7% circuit breaker when it resumes hits the 10%? No. At least not to I remember. I'm sure it's happened, but not to my knowledge. Or my memory. Tuning in late at time, what position to enter? I took 37.90 puts. They are currently trading at 94%. One more candle and I should have 100%. And yeah, so I'm looking for 37.65 for my first immediate target. Seeing if we can get there. I got the Samsung G9 49-inch monitor. It was $1,600 marked down to $1,100, and then with a 10% discount, I got it at $1,000. All right, so a little bit of bounce once again off of S3, 377.21. Spot gamma is useful. It is useful. The most value I get out of spot gamma is Brent's analysis. The dude's a wizard, and the way he talks about the options chain and the metrics of the options, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So definitely worth it. If you want a good insight of someone who's very, very technical and very, very knowledgeable about how the market works with deltas and the options and gamma, that's something you probably need to read. Another bounce off S3. No credit spreads. All right, so there's the first bounce. We've got 37.65. There's no real liquidity above us now. So that's a pretty strong bounce off S3, right to the 8 EMA. I did. I entered that this morning. I entered that trade here on this candle. Literally the second candle of the day, I entered that 37.90, and I'm still holding it. So I had to hold it through a little red. I was down like 14, 15% at one point, and now we're up on it. So yeah, I'm currently in a 0 DTE KU scrap. 810 people watching. Hey, that's the most people we've ever had watching on YouTube. So welcome. If you are new to the channel, by the way, hit that like button for me. Helps us grow, expand. Other people see this channel, make a little money, do this thing the right way. Thanks, Edgar. Appreciate that. I have Global Plus Bookmap with DX feed. Yeah, I am, Larry. I am. It is, yeah. I was excited to make that video, dude. I was excited because I wanted to show y'all that it was a day that I wasn't expecting that much downside, so it was a perfect opportunity. It was a perfect teaching opportunity. Hold on a second. This is a pretty strong candle. The volume's starting to uptick there. That's XLV. ES is a big old pump candle. That's a 7-point candle. 70 cents on SPY. VIX is not really coming off all that hard, so I'm going to keep hanging for now. Do I set the EMA price at VWAP, close or open? I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean, America. Well, if this is a trend down day, then the 8 EMA is a good chance to enter on the retracement back down. But right now we had a lot of range, and we had to come down here. Let's see how it tests the 8 EMA now. So, what's up, Nick Nack? You asked a question? Let me see. Where was your swing puts called on Discord? You go in the day trades. So if you go into the day trade section, here, I'll show you. If you're on YouTube. Let's see if that does it. All right, so there is the, if you're on YouTube, so you got the trades, and you've got the 4 trades, the 4 sections where I call out my trades, and I traded it in the, I posted the day trade section right there. So, and if you are a member, you should be able to see all these channels, the Traders Corner, and then these trade section right here. There you go. And that's the bottom line. On TOS, the studies price on the setting view app close open. I don't know. I don't deal with those. I don't set open or close, so I don't know. Oh, thanks, Edgar. Where's the link to sign up? Head over to the website, and I'll post a link right here. There you go. If you do sign up on the website, make sure you sign up on the login page with your Discord account so it links your Discord, and then do your membership. That'll automatically give you access. Once you sign up, it'll automatically give you access and give you the roles that you need. Yeah, $25. I know $25 isn't much money, and I know there's other Discords out there that charges a lot more, but you know, I'm not here to you know, I'm a very successful trader. You know, I mean, I just handed my wife a stack of cash on Friday to go have fun with. I mean, I'm a successful trader. So my goal is to make it a mutually beneficial relationship. Make it where it's beneficial for my time, for my family, and beneficial for you to learn. I'm not looking to charge you all $500 to do this. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. So, mutually beneficial. Oh yeah, she did. Absolutely, she earned it. Absolutely, she earned it. Subtle flex, man has a wife. I do have a wife. I have a pretty awesome wife too. I'm definitely blessed with a nice, awesome wife. Smarter than me. And way out of my league. Way out of my league. Oh, thanks, Darwin. I think she's listening. I'm not sure. She just got in the car and left. I don't know where she went. Oh, the fake jabronis out there. I have no idea the market. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, Rob. She went to the bank. Yeah. Bookmap. Yep. Sorry. So 37.81. There's no. I'm surprised with how little liquidity. Of course, I was surprised again on Friday. They keep putting on this 37.70 crap and 37.65 and taking it off. But right now it's pretty light. There's no 700, 800, number levels. It's all 120, 170, 200, stuff like that. So. How do you calculate the pivot points for today? Do you use the old ones? I don't use the old ones. In fact, if you look, we are now at 52-week lows. And I don't go back and look at, I think February 2021 is the last time we were here. I don't even look, like, it doesn't matter. Like, price action that long ago brings no merit in my system. I have to form these levels fresh because looking at price action that happened 18 months ago is pointless. It's not, the ordered book is not going to represent what happened 18 months ago, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Other people could have different opinions, but I think it provides no merit. So I calculate these levels based on purely order flow and the data that I've got, the forward-looking data. So, yeah, right now we're bouncing off S3. They just put on 37.77. They're starting to stair-step things around, though. And we got 37.65. NASDAQ is coming back down. How big of a protein shake did you make to get these last 3 sessions? Pretty big protein shake. Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, the liquidity's kind of spread out there. When your delta overcomes your theta, does that make you more comfortable holding position? Yeah, it does. Which that's a good comment. We don't talk about that the deltas very much because I try to keep things very simple and I don't want to talk over anybody's head. But we don't talk about delta that much. And what does he mean? He asks, when your delta overcomes your theta, does that make you more comfortable? If you go look on the options chain, the further you get in the further deeper you get in the money. For example, the put I'm holding now is 20 points in the money. So the further deeper, the further you get in the money, the closer your delta gets to 1. And if you have a super deep in the money contract and your delta is almost nearly 1, you might as well just trade stocks at that point. It's called 1-to-1. You're getting the same returns you would as a stock. So the further you get in the money, the higher that delta gets, and then the less effect the theta's got on your position. So that's what he means by that. So yeah, absolutely, and that's why I want this position to continue to drop because it's going to make things more safe. All right, so here's another little dumperoni, flusheroni, 11,402. NASDAQ is absolutely crashing, and we are now due S3, and I have, theta hit my position there, so I'm still under 90%, but we're still holding. My feet are strong, Joe Rogan. Do I work out before the stock market opens? Most of the time, yes. I am fighting a bit of a sciatic nerve issue now, but yes, I do all my workouts before 5 a.m. All right, so NASDAQ is jumping. I'm still holding this position. I've got 376.60. And I've got 99%. I've got 99%. Can I do it? 100%. Booyakasha. 101%. And dropping. 102%. 104%. 105%. I'm going to go ahead and take some positions off right here. Let's go 37. Can I get $37? There's $37. There's $37.20. There is a big level, $37.65. They just wiped it out, though, actually. And $37.47 looks like the next one. If I get $10 more on these puts, y'all know what that means. I'm talking about the swing puts. All right, $37.20, $37.10. Bam, $37. Closed out most of the position. I'm going to leave on 2 contracts. $37 even. 37 even. and I'm leaving a runner. All right, all right, all right. Y'all know what that means. It's $0. Do you think ARC puts would be better than SPY if you have a smaller account? But I don't follow it, but yeah, potentially. All right. Just joined. What position did you have, and what did you buy in? I bought. If you're on, are you on the YouTube Keeney? Man, there's a lot of Keenies in this room. All right, yeah. So I entered on this candle right here. This is what, in effect, I'll put a little arrow right there on that candle. That's where I entered that put. Held it all the way down to right here. So just exited for 110% profit, and I've got 2 runners left. I'm holding 2 remaining contracts. 2 remaining contracts. VIX is now 33.89 and still falling. And everything is still falling. Love. Now I'm going to be looking at, see, I broke my own rule. I broke my own rule. 37. I told, Lee Rat failed. Lee Rat failed. Although, Cairo, he did it. He told me, but I still forgot. My failure. Let's go 37.50s. You failed. You got me. And I'm going to do this 30. This was my entry right here. VIX is over 34. Watch for it to go to 35. Yeah, the NEOs are still falling. Everything's still falling. I'd love to see it. I want to see NEO in the dirt. In the dirt. SPX. This is unbelievable. I'd love to see this. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. All right, so 33.75.80 still falling. We've got little liquidity at 37.47, but that's about it. That's about it. Let's take a look around the market. Down to 37.59. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. XLV's new lows, F new lows, Y, C, I, P, E, everything is just absolutely in free fall. So the bonds, what are they at? They are 111.29, so they did bounce back up from the 110s. A little bit of bullish activity to 111.27, and that dumped them. That's what dumped XLF. 10 years are now spiking still at 3.28 and holding. SPY is still falling. 'Cause I'm free. Coming on down. Go ahead, make my millennium. So looking for a new setup here. Looking for a new setup. I've got 3760 puts up, ready to go. Ready to go. They're at the money at the moment, just because I don't know how much further we're going to fall. I don't. We could continue to sell off. I don't know. This is an incredibly bearish day, 4% down. So I'm going to play at the money 0DT contracts to minimize my risk as much as possible. VIX is now 34.30. Yep, FIFO. FIFO. What do you calculate your support levels on? I do not use Fibonacci. I mean, I use Fibonacci, but not for calculating levels. I use a bunch of different data points. I'm using order flow, the options chain, price action, volume, everything. Titan flow, whole bunch of crap. New low of the day, SPY continuing to fall. I think we're going down to 37.47. It does look like we're going down to 37.47. Bitcoin's going below 20K. Yeah, I think it might. The way that thing's selling off, crypto is getting sold. Whole bunch of stuff getting sold off today. I've got $94 on these 37.50 puts. Gah. You know what that does? Hold on. In addition to obviously the monetary value of these trades, but we're approaching 1,000% gain. 1,000% gain. If that's not fun, I don't know what is. America, your entire account is up 100%. Nice. 100% nice, see Texas. Well done. When you enter a trade, do you tend to enter below the bid to get a lower price or above the ask to get into the trade? What I usually do, and I'll kind of give you my rundown of what I do, how to get in. I'll open up the order form. I'll click the ask, especially if I'm really wanting to get it. If it's a high conviction play, I'll click the ask, and then I'll kind of monitor the price action a little bit of the premiums, the price action of the premiums. Then I'll look at the mid and seeing pretty much how aggressively it's moving. I'll try to pay the mid. I virtually never try to pay the bid because it's pretty much unrealistic, especially if you have things going your way. So usually I'll click the ask. I'll kind of tick it down a little bit, click the mid, and try to get in there. Somewhere around there. Between the mid and the ask is usually a good play. As long as things are going my way and the liquidity's there, there's really not that big of a difference. There's like 10, 20 cents. I don't want to get in the habit of just blindly paying the ask, but most of the time I end up paying pretty much at the ask anyway. But as long as I get the price action I'm looking for, not really that big of a deal. If we are playing a trend, then yes, you would look to enter at the 8 EMA. And that's precisely, I think, what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at 3760s. I'm still holding the two runners for the 3790s. Did I take a 3750? I did not take a 3750. Yeah, so we got 3765 here on Bookmap. That appears to be our target, which puts us just right at the 8 EMA. 5-figure day. Nice, Justin. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Man, I love it. I have so much more fun when y'all are having fun. I found myself if I take a play that I don't post live, like I don't really enjoy it. It's like, yeah, it's nice when I take a win, but it's so much more fun when I have this play I could share with you all. See, there's an ADMA. We didn't even quite get there. I'm going to be looking at 3760s, which is not the money position. So June 13th, 3760 puts. Currently going for $20.80. Yeah, it's only even Monday. It's only Monday. Nice, Carter. Yep, Star-Lord, absolutely. 20% account gain. Nice, Curtis T. Amazing stuff. Do I use stop losses physically or mentally? Both. Depends on the market conditions. Depends on the market conditions. Man. Nice PBS. Well done. 34%. Amazing stuff, man. Or female. I don't know. I guess you're pitcher. Male. Yeah. Well done. Awesome stuff. Nice, Steven. 30%. Could you guys post a link for? Yeah, it should. I think it was up above. I'll repost it. I'm a fella. Yeah. Approximately. Yep, Greg. Yep. Paper trading is weird. Yeah, paper trading is always weird. Do I live stream every day? I live stream on the YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I live stream the Discord every day, Monday through Friday. Varying times. In this environment, if you had to choose VIX calls or SPX puts, probably VIX calls, if I had to choose. Assuming the person holding me hostage wouldn't let me manage the position, VIX calls. Amazing how much confidence plays in a role in trading. Absolutely it does. 90% of trading is emotional. That includes confidence in a position. It doesn't matter what your technical setup is. If you don't hold the position into your confidence level, then you're not going to have. It's not going to be well. How do I feel about this price action? I'm looking to take a put here. Even if I'm wrong, these are the type of moments where you want to play a put, in my opinion. Play the trend until she bucks you. I can hang my head high if I play a put on a day like today and still lose, because I am playing the trend. And then if I see things rotate and I need to start playing calls, then I'll play calls. Your trading day doesn't live and die by one trade. At least I hope it doesn't. For me, I don't care. If I take a loss, so be it. 2-second memory, I'll go and play calls. Where can I trade VIX options? Yeah, absolutely. E-Trade, IBKR, pretty much. I mean, I only have experience with those two, but I would hope that all the other brokers you can trade VIX options. Yeah, that's why I don't play VIX options that often, because they're very volatile and they're very high IV. So if you're not right, you're going to be wrong in a big way. Just left the stream for like 10 minutes. Looks like they added 3747 book map. Yep, they did. Precisely. All right, I need to mute for about a minute. I'll be right back. All right, new low of the day on the NASDAQ. SPY is going for low of the day. 3747 appears to be short-term target. And we be dropping. We be dropping. All right. Does the $25 sub get you the daily level, the daily lives? Yes, you do. Yes, it does. Been watching Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a while now. Yeah, absolutely. As a member, you have a live show every day on Discord. That show is same. Yes, yes, that's correct. Do you share your positions in taking? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How long beforehand do you call out or post your trades? When I'm on the voice stream, I try to tell you just like within seconds of me entering, and then I'll try to post it as quick as possible. Obviously, there's a little delay between me typing the post and executing, but sometimes I'll pre-type out an entry if I can kind of forecast what I'm doing. If not, I'll vocalize it here and post screenshots. Correct. Discord is audio only until I could figure out a good facility. Now, I will tell you, when I get this new screen up and running, I may start doing video every day. The reason why I don't do video on Tuesdays and Thursdays is because I need some time to focus on trading. Because when I'm streaming on YouTube, it uses up so much screen space that it's multitasking. So this new screen might allow me to free up some screen space and focus on trading a little more. Buying contracts. Big sell right here. I'm going to move these down to 37.50s. And we just put in a new low. NASDAQ's new low of the day, right there. Do I use Heiken Ashes? I do not. I do not. Definitely, Mitchell. Definitely. Get a streaming PC so you don't use up your GPU. That's a good idea. Yeah. All right, 375.43, still falling. We're going down here, a little bottom filled candle. Watch out for oh, that was a big candle. That was a big candle. I've got $95 on these premiums. Holy crap. Watch out for 37.47. That's a large liquidity level. Larger than what we've seen today. That's probably the biggest one we've seen today. And we're still in free fall. So, you know, we're already below so many different major supports. I don't know where this is going to stop. Just keep on playing puts. Keep on playing puts. Watch out for this 37.47. What if we break through that, absorb that 37.47? If we take that out, maybe 37.35, then we'll see where they build this liquidity. It's still falling. This is one of those days, man. Keep putting on puts and set stops. The increasing sell pressure, increasing buy and sell action. Everything is pointing down here. This is just one of those days. One of those days. Yeah. I don't think anyone truly knows where this thing's going to stop today. There's no all major supports are blown out. 52-week lows are blown out. Everything's gone. So let's see where the cards fall when the dust settles. That's two metaphors in one. All right, 37.47 continues to be taken off and put on. Yeah, I'm doing a couple of quick scalps here, but not holding anything at the moment. I'm still holding my big level. 30.75.30. I'm currently in nothing except the 37. The short. Well, I guess I have to be a little more accurate now because we're at 37.50s. The position's at the money now. The swing puts. That's the only thing I'm holding at the moment. 375.20s. 37.47. So watch the 37.47. They keep putting it on, taking off. If they smoke that level, we're going to continue on. Uh-oh, 37.30 just got put on. 37.30 just got put on. 20%, Jimmy. Nicely done. First day here. Well done. Well done. So they just put on 37.30. 3,700 is on there as well, being put on. So amazing stuff. Do you feel it's a face ripper to the upside? I don't see a face ripper to the upside today. Maybe tomorrow. This is different market conditions. This isn't just market mechanics. This is everything sell-off. This is a sell-off day. Markets are down 4.3%. I am $4 away, or I'm sorry, 40 cents, no, $4, that's right. $4 away from, now $5 from a 1,000% win. 37.30 is starting to be built. I'm going to give you a little screenshot of Roni. Do you think we can have a circuit breaker day? It's possible. I'll tell you what, if there's a day to do it, today's the day. With this kind of price action, with already being down 4%, if it's going to happen, today's the day. Today's the day. So looking back, we took those 37.50s on June 2nd, which were right here. We took them on the green candle right here. What a beautiful, beautiful entry. We took June 27th, 37.50 puts. They are now $3 from going in the money. And my only regret is I didn't buy more. Trader, I was on ESU. I'm flipping back and forth. I'm flipping back and forth between the June and the Septembers, just to monitor liquidity, because the Septembers didn't really have very much liquidity at all. So I'm monitoring both of them. Arrow time. Yeah, arrow time. But good observation. Yeah, 37.42. Yeah, good call. 37.41s. Got put on a lot of liquidity. That is a Wolf of Wall Street reference, yeah. Yeah, don't look at your retirement accounts today. Not the day to do that. Heck, I make better returns in my retirement account anyway. What retirement accounts? Yeah. Oh, man. All right, still down. I just entered a 37.50 put for a scalp. Let's see if we can get on further on down. I want to break down below 37.45. Just make sure any position still, there's always an upside chance. So everything I put on, especially when I'm playing the trend downward, I'm looking for, I'm always putting stops on. I'm always putting stops on here. So 37, did I say 37.50s or 40? I said 30, I entered 37.50s. I don't know what I said, but I entered 37.50s. So I'm going to treat them as a scalp until I get some continuation down here, just as I've been doing. And I might go ahead and close those out. Bounce right off of 37.47. How tight are your scalps in these scalps? I'm willing to let them go 5, 6, 7% red. That's fine with me. That's what you have to let on to let these things breathe. But I'm definitely not going to do 15, 20%. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So like right now I'm down 5.07% on those. So that's why I'm taking out the money as well. So we have this level 37.47. Ooh, they took off the 37. 37.30 is a larger level of the downside. We've got 37.42. That's on down here, 354. Coming on down. $93 on those puts. $93. Yeah, you're very welcome, Burton. You're very welcome. So, yes, I do, Stacy. I do. It depends on initially. It depends on the price action I'm seeing initially. You don't want to set, especially if you're trading 0DT positions. You do not want to put on stops that are too tight, because you can get stopped out pretty quickly. Especially if you're continually trading 0DT positions, you can get stopped out a lot. So you got to be careful setting the stops too tight right off the bat. So the way I usually go about doing things is I enter a position, and I'll enter the position. I'll immediately bring up the order form to sell it, and I'll monitor the price. I'll monitor the price action, because the riskiest part of a trade for me is like the first 2 to 3 to 4 minutes of a trade. How's things going out? Does the position immediately go red like this one? This one immediately went red. So I'm seeing how the price action. If it does immediately go red, why did it go red? Is it going to continue to go red, or is it just a momentary lapse, a momentary disadvantageous price action? And I'm going to figure out what's going on. So, like here, I'm down 10% on these things. I don't want to close them out yet because I'm getting some top wicks. So I'd hate to close them out because I'm scared of seeing red, and then this comes all the way back down to S4, and I could have made 20, 30% on these things. So I'm willing to let 10% risk on these things to just kind of let it breathe, let it do its thing. Does it make sense to buy a June 17th 350 put? I would be careful taking that trade. I mean, we are selling off here, but we have to remember we're down a considerable amount the past 3 days. We may face some relief buying tomorrow or even this afternoon. I don't know. where we're starting to. I mean, I've never experienced this type of movement like this due to market conditions. I remember I didn't trade in 2008. I was just out of high school. So seeing they just took off 37.42. Seeing at least on the September's they did, on the June's it's still there, 37.47. So forgot what I was saying. All right, so VIX is hanging out up here. We got this 8 EMA touch right now. I am 36. And then, of course, we talked about we have OPEX, and then we've got a ton of Delta expiring on Friday. So, which could bring us, especially if we continue on down, 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 with all the puts expiring, we could have some upward relief rally going into Friday. I'm actually about to exit this position. That's a big loss right there, considering just a terrible entry. Terrible entry. Position went red and never turned back. So I'm going to give this a few more potatoes. We're starting to blast up through the 8. We've got that came off, so that was down there. I was looking for that 37.42. They took that off completely, and the VIX is starting to come off aggressively here. So XLF, what's it doing? Starting to bounce. Those are the type of plays that right there that are dangerous because it bounced at a low confidence bounce area. I would not have picked that area to bounce. I would have picked S5 or S3. I would have picked a very strong level on liquidity. I wouldn't have picked right there to bounce. So, yeah, definitely, Burton. Definitely. Wow, that's a big bounce. Terrible play. Terrible play. Yeah, the zeros, you got to be careful holding the zeros because you can definitely start dealing with theta, especially if you enter a chop, counterproductive price action, no good. No good. So 376.68, right back to S3. Did not expect the price action to bounce there. Who wants to bet we chopped till power hour? We could. We could. But my puts on my swing puts went to $96. Now they're down to 87. Bummer. 37.50 and we got 37.30. Oh man. So yep, we came back to S3. That should be some resistance there. We've got a little bit of a top wick, low volume stuff here. Liquidity is starting to lighten up even more on the book map. 37.47, 37.30, and kind of just shaking out all around. That's a big old response from the bulls right there. So almost a 20-point bounce right there. Very big. I just ate up, let's see, an hour's worth of movement in 3 candles. Going even further. At what point do you find confirmation for a reversal? Right about now, I would look for confirmation reversal. Above the 34 would be the final. So we've got 3 very strong candles. We've got increasing buying volume that's took out the prior range of volume, so that's bullish. So I have the price action, I've got the volume, now I need the continuation. So from here, I would want to see the 34 being taken out, and then of course I'd be looking at the mud tools. Once I see the 34 being taken out and closed above, I would be looking for a continuation to the upside. I did, yeah, close it out. As for the book map, are you looking at futures page, not the SPX? Correct, I'm looking at ES. Strong response right there. Big bounce. So they removed all liquidity under us. And it looks like this is going to be the reversal of the day. I mean, it could be just be a retracement, but that's what I'm looking at. We're right here at the 34, and I'm looking to see at how it interacts right there. Do you have any material on suggestion trading hardware, computer? I don't. That's a little. I had my computer built for me through a friend, a local friend, so I don't really know much all about that stuff. All right, I might scalp a call here. 3780s. We are rallying. Let's see, 37. What's a potential good call entry if it does go continue to go up? We are now back to 3770s, so 3780 would probably be a good entry if that continues to go up. And we'll see if it breaks 34. Yeah, so we do have this trend right here. If it gets up there, though, that's a pretty bullish move. If it gets up to that trend, it would be approximately 3,800 if it got all the way back up there. Man, that's a heck of a move. So the reason why I'm thinking that this might be a reversal is due to the nature of this move. We'll see how it acts on the 34. This will be a good indication of what we're going to do here. Usually on a retracement, it's not usually this aggressive. This is a pretty aggressive move, so we'll see. Yeah, VIX is starting to round over aggressively here. Yeah, me too, Mooney. Me too. If we get high enough, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Looking to do that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I need to post that. I guess I do. Let's come down here. If we breach 34, we'll probably make a push for the 50. So just be aware. All right. 29.10. That's what I get. That's what I get. 373, nice. Amazing, Mariah. 373%. You thought I was a young-sounding old man. All right, so that's a move through the 34. That's a very strong move here. Very strong move. $37.77 here on ES and continue to climb. $37.80, and we popping. Look at that move. Yeah, so short coverings here. We'll see if this sustains. Now VWAP is where is VWAP? Where's my VWAP? Did I meet my VWAP? Oh, okay, this is the wrong chart. That's why. This is the chart I want. VWAP. There. So VWAP is way on up there. That would be a complete retracement of today's action. Complete retracement of today's action. $35-point move. God, this thing's squeezing now. This may full on V recovery. We're only 20 points away from a full V recovery in minutes. All morning long it sells off, and in minutes it makes it all the way back up. It's full squeeze on. Nope, I didn't take it. I'm still leaving that one on. No liquidity. They're kind of pinging this thing all over the place. And this thing is just flying. Talk about a wrong time to scalp a put. Jeez Louise. All right, 37.87 right there, and then they took off that. That's not there anymore. But the liquidity is pretty light all around. See how quickly things change, though? I told y'all, you got to put on risk mitigation to max extent practical at all times, because this crap happens. When the VIX is over 30, you don't want to get hurty. And this is what happens, 37.80. Just like that, 35 points. Oh, nice, Sasquatch. Wise words, yeah. Gains are gains, Paperboy, that's right. Delta neutral, nice, Justin. That was a heck of a move right there. Heck of a move. No idea where this thing's going now. They have a little bit of liquidity down at 37.50, a little bit at 37.29, but other than that, pretty light. They've wiped everything on the September contracts to the downside. The only thing left is the upside. Maybe that's it for the day. Maybe that's the sellers got their fill, and that's it. Mic issues? What's up? Everyone still have mic issues? Good. Nice, Cheese Train. Awesome stuff. 16%. Are we officially in a bear market? Yes, we are. Absolutely in a bear market. I think 38.40, 38.70 was the official bear market number. Absolutely. Absolutely. The spot diamond goes into my pre-market analysis. That's where I use that for. I see it now. Just have my futures account activated to be able to dabble in ES. Okay, good. The code I'm looking for is ESU22. That is the code for the September futures contracts. Do I expect TLT to come back? It could. That's a pretty dang low level. This is the first time we've been down there. In fact, they're 110 right now on the bonds. So very possible that can come back. But that's at huge lows. $10:30 or 11:30 Eastern Time. That's the UK close. Yep, the bonds haven't been this low since 2014. %100% called and 75% on puts. Nice ID3. Awesome stuff. How do you go about placing your exit on a losing trade? Do you ever market sell at the price action? No, I'll just pay. What I'll do on that is look at pay the bid when you're trying to get out of that position. Just get out. And that's what I did on that position. So when I see the price action starting to break down, it was just a bad entry. The position never held green. It went green for a little bit, I think 4 or 5%, 6%, and then flipped red and kept going. And when I see that kind of action, that tells me, hey, idiot, you took an incorrect entry there, or you just happened to enter at the wrong time. So I was playing off the 8 EMA. I was playing a breakdown to 37.42 because they had to put a large amount of liquidity at 37.42. They wiped 37.42 right when I entered, and it just bounced and ran. So it's just a bad entry. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Good. People are saying the microphone might be off. Then, of course, yeah, you could definitely set a stop for sure. Okay, good. All right, now that the London markets are closed, we'll see how the market responds to that big green. They ran from 37.50 up to 37.85 and have retraced here about 15 points, 13 points. So we'll see what happens. I need to post a pull-up video. I posted a squat video about a year ago. I posted me breaking back over a 400-pound squat. But show your weaknesses. There you go. Attack your weaknesses, baby. Yep, it was actually 425. 425. That was a big moment for me because I've squatted a lot more than that, but I've faced a lot of lower back issues for a number of years. So I finally, after like 3 or 4 years of rehabbing and grinding, I finally got my squat back over 400. So that was a very, very big day for me. I don't deadlift much anymore, just because my lower back is so screwed. I do light deadlifts, but nothing anywhere close to maxing out. I do strengthening and exercising deadlifts. Yep, I do bench. Yep. Oh, it is flourished. Yeah. This is the first time in my life I've felt old. That's for sure. $3,773. Yeah, I'll post it. I promise. I'll post it. The way this is setting up, this looks like it's going to go higher, but 11,450, 11,430. Do you see how quickly market conditions change? Everything sell off. You know, every red candle just going down, down, and all of a sudden, like on a 1 minute pivot, they hit it, bam, they go. So this is why, like I told y'all, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Stay freaking frosty because this crap happens on when the VIX is over 30. Right now, I'm looking at calls. I'm not even thinking about puts right now until I see rejections. That buy up right there tells me calls. Calls. If they take out that 50, they'll start moving to the VWAP. And then that'll be that. God, look at that. That's almost a 20-point candle. VIX is over 30. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. Currently nothing, no. Except the swing puts. The swing puts, that's it. You got that 37.90. I'm looking at 37.90 calls here. If it breaks over here, we'll go to VWAP and I'll enter these calls. You know what? The best thing I did for my shoulder, because you know the shoulder exercises and shoulder mobility are key, is dead hangs. So just hang from the bar. You try to do a minute or two. Do it every day. Amazing. Amazing. Nice, Twizzy. Yeah, if we break over here, we'll probably go to VWAP. That's off the 50 simple moving average. So it looks like no 7% day to day unless they sell this off in the afternoon. So we'll see. What causes buy up for right now? It's just short covering. Above here, reversal. You know, this is that kind of point it kind of transitions from. If we bounce off the 50 simple moving average, fail it, and come back down, that's one thing. That's just a short covering, slight retracement to the mean. If we go above here and start taking out VWAP and go higher, then that's going to be a full-on recovery, and we'll probably go back up to the open or somewhere around the open. For now, yes, Chris, I'm doing 0 DT positions. Wow. All right, back to the 50. June 27th puts, yes, not the June 24th, the June 27th. All right. V recoveries continue. It's almost impossible to get a red day without some sort of V recovery. Huge sell-off on the VIX, and we're back to VWAP on the SPY, and NASDAQ is 11,450. That's almost a $4 buy up on SPY, $4 move. Here it goes. There's VWAP and going above it. All right, let's see if we'll close above VWAP, and let's watch the follow-on candle. Nice, Justin. That's how they get you. It's starting to become a pattern. Like you remember, we've been in this market for a while, and every single day we have a V recovery, some sort of big recovery. So we need to start expecting this type of action. Every day we have some sort of crazy V recovery. I was even cautious today, and it still caught me off guard. Oh man, that would have been amazing, Chris. Yeah. Correct, PBS. It's mark to market. Yep. Rejection off of the VWAP. All right, so we're right back to S2. If they break over VWAP here on another test, we'll probably break back into the trading session, which is S1. And it looks like we're about to do that. There you go. 379.02. Heading back up. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Every day it happens. Every day. Rarely do you get a red sell day without some sort of major buy-up. So be looking for this stuff. 379. We're almost $4.50 off of lows. 40-something points on ES. Still climbing. Let's see if we can hold over VWAP here. I was waiting for VIX 35 to write puts. We got to 34.55. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Bookmap, still light. Virtually nothing on Bookmap. Virtually nothing. Literally, I mean nothing. So, well, the Septembers have 3,800. So that looks like our target for now, 3,800. Swing puts are now priced at $74 after being at 96. 96. Let's see if this candle can hold over the VWAP. Well, you could have made big money if you were someone who anticipated that V recovery there, which I didn't. You could have made some good money there. That's that's going on a $5 move here on SPY, so you could at least had a 100%er if you played a zero DD position there. All right, so we're trying to hold here, trying to close over this VWAP. It's still got a little top wick. $200 by August, yeah. And a big rejection right there. Who blew up accounts today? No one blew up their accounts today. Hopefully no one blew up their accounts. What is the gray line on my chart? Which one? You bought the Tesla dip. Nice. You mentioned continuation earlier. Would that mean the candle opens and closes once it gets past the level? Yeah, so for example here, we've got the volume increase. We got the candle. It top wicked, which is not what I want to see for upside. And then this candle here is what I want to look at what's going on with this candle. I want to see this one close higher or at least close the same. And I do not want to see wicks. Obviously, the bears are taking over and reversing this. So, yeah. Man, look at the bonds. Getting smoked. Big red candle. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call that a morning. I haven't had lunch since yesterday. I'm starving. So I'm going to hop off here, go grab some lunch, go grab something to drink, and kind of refresh here. And we'll come back for an afternoon stream in the Discord. Hopefully we'll make a little more money. Thanks for hanging out with us. We've got a 100% gain under our belts. We're holding swing puts that are over 700% gain. So things are looking very, very well today. Thanks for hanging out with us. I will see you all a little later this afternoon. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. We'll kind of go over the plays that we took. We'll go over the losing put that we took. We'll go over the winning plays that we have, and kind of we do a rundown, and we'll go into this afternoon. So thanks for hanging out. Come over and join the Discord. Links down in the description of the video. I'll see you this afternoon. I'm out. See ya.